Now for a second trick, I want to place a sleeveless implant. Or suppose I have a universal kit with a universal guide system that is not available in the library of Exocad. So I have to decide the diameter of the sleeve manually. So let's know how to do it. And let's just continue our case and click next. Okay, I will hide the CT as usual from the 3D. Now I have my implant site. I can go and place my tooth. It's tooth number 16. I will select an implant. Let's see, any implant. I will select my favorite implant here. I will put an implant fork by 0.6 by 7.5, for example, or 5.8 by 7.5 here. Okay, and I will go to the sleeve kits and I will choose what we call universal guide holes. This is very important to download. If you don't have it, then go to download more from here and just click it and search for the universal guide holes. It's under the library of Exocad. So search for at the letter E and then choose universal guide holes. I will choose it. And here we can see different diameters, regular guide holes or wide guide holes. Let's discover them. Okay, here you can see inner diameter of 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, etc., etc., until you have a diameter of 5 millimeters. If you need a wider diameter, then just click again on the sleeve. Click here once again and choose wide guide holes. For example, if I have a sleeve of a diameter of for example, it's 6.1. For example, I will try to search for 6.1. Here is it. Okay. I will choose it. And I will confirm. I'll place my implant here. I will adjust it just real quick. And let me show you what does this mean. I will hide also the safety cylinder, and I will hide the anatomical parts, the tooth. And here you can increase the offset of the sleeve as much as you can. Okay, this is because the software does not know which type of implant, which type of drill you are using. The software maybe knows the implant, maybe not. Maybe you can place another implant, any implant, but the software does not know which drill type and cannot adjust the offset by itself. So you have the freedom of adjusting the offset. I will tell you how to know the offset now, okay? But you have to adjust the offset from here. So if I'm going to adjust the offset, I have to calculate this part. The offset is the distance from the top of the implant till the top of the sleeve. For example, here my offset is, for example, 10. Okay, I can write it down here. Just write down 10. And now my offset is 10. Okay, I have my offset. And now I can continue to draw the guide. So let me explain how can we calculate the offset if you are using a universal kit. Let me show you how to calculate the offset if you are using a universal kit or any drills that is not available in the library. First of all, we have the distance. The offset is the distance from the top of the sleeve till the top of the implant. So this distance is the offset. How to calculate it? First of all, we have to know our drill system. The drill is usually composed of two parts. Upper part is called the guiding part and the lower part is called the cutting part. The total drill length equals the guiding part, which is non-cutting, plus the cutting part. So to calculate the offset here is the distance between the top of the implant, as we said, and the top of the sleeve. The distance in between the sleeve and the implant is called the clearance distance. This distance is supposed to be not touching the gingiva. If it touches the gingiva, you will have a premature contact and the guide will not see it. So it's important to have a clearance distance to be sure that there is no sleeve collision. So to calculate the offset distance, we have the total drill length. We know the total drill length from the manufacturer's instructions and catalogs of the system. And we know the implant length. So we have the total drill length and the implant length. The total drill length is supposed to be equal to the sleeve offset plus the total length of the implant. So if we know the total length of the drill and we know the total length of the implant, then if we subtract the length of the implant from the total length of the drill, we'll get the offset. So you should know your implant dimensions, your drill dimensions, and subtract the implant from the drill. One important tip: be sure that if you are going to submerge the implant, you have to add the extra value for submerging. For example, if you have an implant with 12 millimeters and you're going to submerge extra 1 millimeter, so calculate the implant height as if it's 13 millimeters. So the offset distance equals the total drill length plus the total drill length, minus the total depth in bone, including the implant and the submerged part. So if you're not going to submerge, the equation is as follows. You can subtract the implant height from the drill height and you have your offset. If you have submerged, then you subtract the submerging value plus the implant value height from the total length of the drill.